The first thing you will notice about Lune isn't her magic, it's her silence. In a world where the Paintress writes death into existence, one number, one year, one clean erasure, most people cannot cope with noise. Prayers, jokes, denial, any sound that can drown out the moment the monolith changes. Lune doesn't drown it out, she listens to it. Because for Lune, the Paintress isn't just a horror on the horizon. She's a problem, an equation left unfinished by the people who raised her, and by the work that outlives them. Lune enters Clair Obscur Expedition 33 already carrying a burden that doesn't look heavy, until you realize she's never put it down. And that is a key to understand her. Lune isn't chasing adventure, she's chasing an answer. Officially, Lune is described as the daughter of a prominent researcher driven by a deep thirst of knowledge, someone who was sacrificed everything to complete her parents' work. Her stated goal is razor-thin and absolute: unravel the mystery of the Paintress. That is not a hobby, that is not curiosity, that is a life's shape. And within Expedition 33, she isn't just another blade or another spell in the lineup. She is specifically entrusted with charting a path for the expedition, and she cannot and will not allow expedition to fail. That role can be described even more bluntly. Lune is a sticker for protocol. In Clair Obscur, protocol is what is left when hope has been systematized. Protocol is a way to make grief productive. Protocol is how you convince yourself that if everyone stands in the right place and does the right thing, the monolith might stop eating the future. The official materials don't present Lune as someone who found this mission. They present her as someone who inherited it. She is completing her parents' work. She's finishing what they began. And inheritance is a strange kind of love in a dying world. Some families leave you at home. Lune's family left her a question mark, and the pressure to turn it into a period. That is why she reads as controlled, even when everything around her is surreal. She isn't called because she lacks feelings. She's called because feelings, unchecked, would break the only thing she believes can save anyone: the work. Even her role inside Expedition 33 reinforces that. She's one charting the path. Not the one with the loudest speeches, just the one holding the map when the sky doesn't behave like a sky. So, why Lune joined Expedition? This part is often where characters' write-ups drift into guesswork. But we don't need a guesswork. The game's official character description is pretty direct. Lune joined because she has one goal: to unravel the Paintress, and because she has sacrificed everything to complete her parents' work. On top of that, she is entrusted with charting a path, so her decision to go isn't framed as "I want to be a hero." It's framed as "this is the only place the answer can be found. This is the only chance to complete what my parents started. And if I'm responsible for the road, then I'm responsible for the result." That combination, personal mission plus institutional responsibility, is what makes her feel so severe. Not cruel, not emotionless, severe. Like someone who decided a long time ago that softness is a luxury the monolith doesn't allow. She is purpose-built. Lune's defining trait across official descriptions is focus and deep thirst of knowledge, a life shaped around that objective. In a world built on annual catastrophe, that kind of focus becomes a survival trait. People fall apart when their reasons are vague. Lune doesn't have that problem. Her reason is a blade. She is entrusted with charting the expedition's course, and she feels the weight of responsibility and the stakes involved. That matters because Expedition 33 isn't framed as a casual adventure. It is framed as the last year of life for its members, an end-of-life push against the Paintress. Lune's temperament fits that tone. She treats it like a mission because it is. A sticker for protocol sounds small, but it points to how she operates under pressure: rules, structure, procedure. In a setting where the laws of reality are already cracked, Lune clings to the laws that human can still enforce. The sources don't give a tidy list of her flaws, but they do point at pressure points. The burden is total. Officially, she has to sacrifice everything to complete her parents' work. That phrase is a warning label. When you sacrifice everything, you don't leave yourself a backup identity. If the mission fails, what's left? The text doesn't speculate on her internal collapse. but it clearly establishes that her life is all in on one outcome. Being the expedition charter and the sticker for protocol implies strength, but also limitations. Structure can harden into stubbornness. Not because she loves rules for their own sake, because rules are how she keeps the abyss from getting handhold in her mind. Mechanically, Lune is framed as a party's core magic user, an elemental specialist with the unique system built around sequencing spells, not just casting them. Mechanically, she is a game magic user, with access to 5 types of magic: fire, ice, lightning, earth, and light. And a unique mechanic that rewards her with elemental stains that embrace spells when consumed. This isn't press button cast fireball, this is spellcraft with memory. Every choice leaves a residue, stains in a gauge, and later spells can devote that residue to hit harder, heal better, or behave differently. So Lune's gameplay identity mirrors her lore identity. She builds toward an outcome. She doesn't just act, she sets up, she prepares, she finishes. Regarding the Lune's strong points in combat, versatility can be the first one. 5 magic types means Lune can respond to different enemy needs: damage, healing, support, and adaptive choices depending on what you are facing. She has a high ceiling when you master her system. The stain mechanic rewards players who plan rotations, using spells to generate specific stains, then consuming them with the right follow-up ability for a stronger effect. Guides that focus on optimizing her build emphasize that her performance improves dramatically with proper start allocation and equipment choices across acts, implying she scales in a way that rewards commitment rather than casual use. Her role can also be described as a flexibility, not just damage. Even though she is a spellcaster archetype, build guidance often position her as a flexible support who can contribute damage while also enabling team survival and tempo through her toolkit. Lunas also have some weak points in combat. Complexity is a tax you pay. If you ignore stains, you are leaving power on the table. If you mismanage them, you can feel like you're always one step behind your own kit. Her early survivability and scaling demands attention. Some build advices put heavy emphasis on early survivability choices, like vitality, then later relocation into other stats depending on weapon scaling. That kind of guidance usually signals a character who can be fragile or inefficient if built carelessly. In other words, Lune doesn't only ask you to learn her mechanics, she asks you to respect them. And here is a part that makes Lune quietly brilliant. Her lore is obsession shaped into method. Complete her parents' work, unravel the Paintress, chart the expedition's path, do not fail. Her gameplay is the same philosophy translated into combat language. You don't win by improvising, you win by setting conditions. You win by remembering what you've already cast and turning that history into power. Stains are a kind of memory made mechanical. In a world where the Paintress erases people into smoke, memory is the one resource the setting treats as a sacred, fragile, priceless, and constantly under threat. So when you ask who is Lune, she is not just a mage. She's a character who lives like the universe is a locked room mystery, and the Paintress is a hand on the door knob. She is knowledge sharpened into duty. She's protocol as a shield. She's sacrifice without theatrics. And if you want the cleanest, most source-faithful reason, she steps into the dark with Expedition 33 because her life has already been spent, not in years in devotion. And she refuses to let that devotion end as a footnote beneath the Paintress's next number. Thanks for watching, hit that like button, subscribe for more Expedition lore, and be strong through your own journey to the Paintress core.